At that point, I was put on the bench, and the only thing that I did throughout that day was to fully support Sway and the best of my capabilities.
How difficult is it for a player to recognize that line between being hurt and being injured?
I think it's easier when it's regular season compared to playoffs, because you know that the other teams is hurting as well. You know there's some bruises, there's some bumps, there's everything like that, and you don't want to be a liability to your team, and you don't have to know when the reason or the time to step back. And like I said before, I was with the help of the medical team and everybody around, and I felt very confident in before every single game.
So are you saying you wouldn't have played if it was a regular season? Like
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
You, along those lines, you're so competitive. How hard is it to fight through that? You know what I mean? To where you're trying to get to be to help your team at the same time, not let the injury hinder you.
Yeah, this is a special group. It's always going to be one of those things where you care so deeply for each other, and you just want the best for each other, and you want to be there to support and how should I say it, and be able to help and pull the ropes in the right way. Looking at it now, this is going to be one of those things that's going to haunt me. It is, that God honest truth. And being in a position that me and Sway is in, as goalies, when we are not good enough, it shows. It's very easy to see that. It's pretty evident. And that's what's also the beauty of it, because when you're on your A game, that also shows.
So you're fighting in that game 6 to find it, right? Because their goals are being scored left or right. It's got to be frustrating for you being so good all year long to say, gosh, I just got to find myself, right?
Yeah, but this is what mental fortitude and what the mental training and what we're doing. Like, you're working on your body, but you're working on the mental aspect of the game as well. So you don't want that to get in your way of performing. And it's one of those things where it comes back to the same thing. Like, it can be frustrating, yes, but it doesn't get to me. That when I look back at it, I can say, yeah, that was frustrating. But in the moment, I didn't feel frustrated, because in the moment, all I can think about is the next puck. Always the next puck, trying to make that next save, and trying to make enough saves to enable us to win.
And with that said, how much do you want to run it back next year, you and Sway and this team?
Oh, for sure, we're gonna run it back hard next time. That's all I can think about, and the motivation or the inspiration that you get from these ones is huge. Like, all I can think of right now is I want to, get back into the gym, get back on the ice, and just run it right back and show them that was a fluke and that we are better than this.
Last one for me is your coach is under a lot of fire, obviously, after something like that. Saying, well, maybe you should have played different goaltenders, different lines, what have you. What do you say about the criticism that Coach Montgomery's been under since it happened?
I think that everybody can notice that works in this, and like you guys, that it's very easy, and also something that everybody does when things aren't going the way that they want to, is that you're trying to find a scapegoat. And right now, everybody's going at different directions. They're going at Monty, they're going up top, they're going at me, they're going at different people. That's not what we are about. We lose as a team, we win as a team. We've done that through the whole season. We try to do it as well now here in the playoffs as well. And unfortunately, we lost 4 games in this series. That caused us to not go on to the second round, and that's what it is. And that's human nature, trying to find a scapegoat when things turn to shit. And it's natural, but it's also not the right thing to do. And I do love Monty. He's been great for us all season long. I have full faith in him and whatever decisions that he makes out there. And he's one of the best coaches, if not the best coach that I've had.
Linus, harder to pack up today, given what all the circumstances are, how it played out. That you didn't play your best, the team didn't play its best. Then if you had gone in there and just gotten rocked, if you played Florida, they swept you 4 straight. Is it harder to walk now, given that you didn't show your best, than if the other team just drilled you?
No, it's the same thing. The hardest part is that you care so much. You care so much about this team, you care about this organization, you care about the fans, you care about the city. And when you do that, everything that you're going through is going to get worse or even better, depending on what the spectrum is. You know, you take our Winter Classic win, that was one of the highlights of my career. And now you have this one, which is on the other side of the spectrum, where you lose in this sort of fashion. And you know how much it means to people. And it means a lot to me as well. And I think I speak for everybody that it means a lot to us. And the way that we care for each other makes it sting even more just because of it.
You said you were hurt but not injured. How much pain were you experiencing compared to, maybe some pain you had in the past trying to play through?
It's a tough question. During every single game of it, I came in there knowing that I have all the opportunities to perform and done everything right off the ice and before and during the preparations leading into the games that I would be able to perform.